we are going on a trip to a place called Lake Norman. Little fact about Lake Norman, it's the biggest lake in the United States that has been man-made. It was built by the electric company years ago, I guess for their work or whatever. But it's man-made. I learned that somehow a couple of weeks ago, and I'm here with my beautiful wife who's coming with me on this trip, and we also have the rest of the family is actually up there. We had a really good week, and Marieli had a really good week with her family. They were here. The baby's back there. She's having fun with her stuff. So a lot of times I think about having fun, you know, and doing great things, going to a water park, going to a resort. But then I forget, like days like today, like days where we can actually enjoy the simple things, you know, the simple joys in life. It's not a huge plan. It's not a plan that is going to take a great amount of money, a great amount of planning. It's just the simple joys, you know, little things that makes us happy. Do you agree with me, baby?
100% agree.
All right, baby. So, how do you feel about the simple pleasures?
What do I feel about the simple pleasures? Well, I think that when our minds are just preoccupied with doing more and wanting more and having more, we forget that the Bible says that we don't store up treasures on earth but in heaven. And that just means that if we live our lives just rushing, wanting to just have more and do more and, you know, get famous, have money, have a car, have the dream vacation to Hawaii or Fiji, whatever, then you forget that one day that's just going to mean nothing, you know, from ashes to ashes, dust to dust, and you're going to go to heaven, or hopefully, and none of it mattered. What mattered was, you know, what you did for your eternity and enjoying the life that God gave you. So like days like today where we can go out with our families and hang out and have fun, and, you know, it's no big deal. We're going to a lake, you know, it's not something fancy.
How exciting. We're arriving to the park and there's a triathlon going on. A bunch of people with their bikes. So excited. I can't wait to do mine. It's probably going to be years before I do one.
No, baby. It's going to be years.
Okay, a couple years. Alright. I don't know what the distances were, but it looks like a really cool event. Look at all this. Oops, sorry. I'm going through the finish line. It's the spirit of a runner in me. Oops. Now that we're here at the park and we're looking at the lake, look at that beauty. I read a Facebook post from one of my friends. His name is Carlos Hidalgo. If you don't, you know, check him out. He puts really cool quotes online, and the last one he posted, I think it was yesterday or this morning that I read, and it basically said that instead of being so much worried about what other people say and our grace towards God, we should be worried about what God says. And instead of us worrying about what other people say or what other people may think that we are trying to do, we should worry more about what God says. And you know, like, I look at this spark, I look over here, and all I can see is how I can enjoy this, you know, forgetting about work, forgetting about school, forgetting about everything, but worrying about the moment that I'm living right now. Now, I love your faces, guys. No, you're actually on this side. Look at that, awesome face. So, they had mud on their face. So as I was reading my Bible the other day while I was doing my devotional, I read something that came through Matthew 6:34. 6:33 says, we're about the kingdom of heaven and everything else will be added on. But I'm worried, what I like the thing next is that says, do not worry about what's going to happen tomorrow, because tomorrow brings its own worries. And that usually happens when we're so worried about what's going to happen tomorrow, we're so worried about what's going to happen next week, next month, that we forget to enjoy the moment, and that's what we focus on.
Mango.
Woo! What is this? Mango ice cream. Yum, 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 yummy, yummy in my tummy. All right, guys. Gotta get back to my fam now. ¿Ustedes qué opinan de los simple pleasures?
Simple pleasure. Like a simple and pleasure.
Uh-huh.
It's simple
And it has pleasure?
and I have pleasure inside.
I love their analogies.